morning! We are wrapping our week up here at the Moorhead City Country Club pool. It's a beautiful day. We're enjoying the nice weather. Today we have a special guest, but before we get into that, we wanted to tell you what the market's been up to this week. This week, new listings were 75. Last week we had 89. This week we had 59 closed, and last week there were 81. This week we had 76 pending, and last week we also had 76 pending. So new listings and closed are down a little bit, but pending remains the same. So it's a pretty steady market.
Sounds good.
So today we have our special guest, Justin Whitt from Lighthouse Visuals. He's our amazing drone and Matterport and HDR photographer. He does a lot of stuff for us. So we just wanted to open up the floor and ask you what your company does. What do you do for us?
Yeah, so Lighthouse Visuals, we're a content creation company now across all of North Carolina, and we specialize in still photography. That's where the bulk of our business is, but we also offer other services such as Matterport virtual tours, aerial photography, and videos as well.
So a lot of people may not know what drone or Matterport is. Just kind of explain to them what you do when you do a Matterport tour for us and why those are important.
Absolutely. So the Matterport virtual tour, it basically is a 360 camera, and it creates a 3D model of the home. So from that 3D model, we can pull measurements. The main function of it is to essentially a digital open house. That's what the Matterport virtual tour provides for you. You can manually click through the home, point by point, essentially, as if you were taking steps through the home. Or there's a play feature of the Matterport where you can play it as a video, and it'll take you on a predetermined path through the home. So I think the Matterport's especially great for Carteret County because here, we have such a big second home and vacation, home market. So there's a lot of folks that are looking from Raleigh and Charlotte and, other states. So I think the Matterport's so vital for that reason.
Which leads me into drone, because I feel that with people who don't live here, the drone photos really help to show where that house is in a neighborhood, in proximity to the water, in proximity to shopping or schools or wherever. If you're not from here, I feel like that drone shot of those homes really helps to give people an idea of where they're looking.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I always joke that, in Carteret County, you can't throw a rock without hitting a body of water.
Right.
So you have, the Newport River, the Core Sound, Bogue Sound, of course, the Taylor's Creek. There's just all this beautiful water, not to mention the ocean. I missed the biggest one. But so with the drone, even if your home is in a neighborhood that isn't necessarily waterfront in Carteret County, I think drone's so vital because you take that drone up and you're like, oh, there's the Atlantic Beach Bridge, or look how close it is to downtown Moorhead. So I think drone photography, especially in Carteret County, but everywhere, is just so vital for those reasons, to show relation to points of interest.
Yes.
So the outside of the home is amazing, and that's a great way to showcase it. We also pay a lot of attention to the inside of the home, and that's where our homeowners can really help us out with that, with getting ready. Fran, do you want to talk about the importance of staging before you get your photos done?
Right. So staging inside the home is important because, as I always say, we only have one opportunity for the listing to go live. So when someone's walking through your home, they understand someone lives there, and there's a little bit that goes with that. But when you're just looking at photos, it's so important to pay attention to those details, like the toilet seats being up, or the trash can, or the pet bowls, or and we really try to get all of those things out of sight for photography, and especially for the Matterport, because you're doing a 360 of the room. And I think that's one of the great things that we can offer as a team, is being able to help answer your questions, whatever it may be that you don't pay attention to in your everyday life, but in the photography it might be a little more noticeable.
Absolutely. And with speaking to interior staging, like Fran said, when you have the viewer, the potential buyer, looking at the photo, you don't want them to focus on your stuff. So you're essentially trying to remove distractions. So if
that's a good word.
Yeah, a listing coordinator or photographer asks you to move something, it's not saying that your decor is ugly or anything. It's just simply saying, removing the distractions, no matter what it is, whether that's, paper towel or a toothbrush holder. You want them to take in the picture as a whole, the room as a whole, and focus on the whole room, not just get distracted by all of your stuff or your diploma hanging on the wall, whatever it may be.
Because
So
they're not buying your stuff, they're trying to see the house.
Exactly.
Show off the house in the best light possible.
and they want to be able to envision themselves if they're truly going to make this huge decision to purchase your home. They want to be able to envision themselves in it, and staging is a vital part of making the home almost like a model home, very close to it. You still want it to have a little bit of a homey feel, but you don't want it to be too personalized, and you definitely want to declutter vanities, nightstands, and have it looking good.
It'll just make it easier because it's always more comfortable for you to pick up your stuff than for us to come in and move everything. Although we're very good at it and we've done it a lot and we know just what we want to see, it's always better if the seller knows what to expect.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Justin, for joining us this morning.
You're most
This
welcome.
is
Thank you for having me.
one of my favorite videos because we got to see some people we don't normally see.
Right. And we do love working with Justin.
We do.
He's very easy to work with.
He's the
and
best.
You're really getting good since we started.
Oh,
I mean,
thank
your
you.
little creativeness is coming out, so it's good.
Yeah, I've been working in Carteret County for 3 years now. And actually for Lighthouse, our company, this was the second area that we moved into. And I appreciate the comments. I think I've definitely improved my skills, and as I've matured, and I've been doing photography for a while, but as I've matured in real estate specifically, I know what I'm looking for and I know the creative angles. So and I think photography, it's not just for your listing, and of course that's the main goal as an agent. They want great marketing content for their listing, but it's not just marketing that particular home, it's marketing yourself as well. If you have potential sellers and they're looking for a realtor to list their home with, they're gonna look for the realtor who's producing the best marketing content.
That's right.
So I think it's vital in many different aspects, and I love doing it here in Carteret County.
Well,
We love
having
using you, and
Yeah.
it's a nice partnership. You're very easy to work with and to get up with and to schedule with. And I know it's difficult with real estate agents because their schedules are busy, your schedules are busy, and just it kind of brings it back around to staging. Is having everything ready makes it easier for you to
Streamline.
get your job done.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us this
It's going to
morning.
be a great weekend.
Yeah.
Low humidity, great temperature. Come to the pool.
Come to the pool.
I think we might just stay here all day
Yeah.
because Sharon and Penny aren't here.
They're not here. They will just stay. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.